From Amateur Radio Newsline Report number 2213, these are the Ham Nation headlines for Wednesday, April 1st, 2020. With so many ham fests and workshops being put on the back burner because of the coronavirus, a major gathering scheduled at a Pennsylvania college campus managed to happen anyway, just a little bit differently.
The problem-solving nature of the amateur radio hobby brought out the best in organizers of the recent Ham Sci workshop, which was facing cancellation or postponement as a result of COVID-19 concerns. Instead of that happening, however, the conference went forward as scheduled on March 20th and 21st. Organizers, led by Nathaniel Fursell, W2NAF, moved the event to the web-based conference platform Zoom. Those wishing to, quote, attend as active participants needed to register using a web page that went live a week before the event. Magic happened. As only it can in radio amateur style, attendees were now participating not only from the U.S., but also from overseas. The presentations also had greater visual clarity for many. Originally, around 100 attendees were expected at the University of Scranton in Pennsylvania, but via the virtualization of the event, 290 attended from 24 different countries during the 2 days. Nathaniel told Amateur Radio Newsline by email that it had gone very well. He also said next year's conference would be a hybrid with both local attendees and remote attendees, and even presenters via Zoom. For Amateur Radio Newsline, I'm Paul Brown, WD9GCO.
Here in the U.S., the canceled Hamvention in Xenia is just the tip of the Hamfest iceberg. Nearby Hamfests in Ohio, Michigan, Kentucky, and Indiana have all been canceled. Just one region of the many affected in the nation. Here's a partial list.
The Wabash Valley ARC in western Indiana was the first to pull the plug 2 weeks ago as news of the coronavirus spread across the nation. Closer to home, plans for the 37th annual Columbus, Indiana Hamfest was next to be axed in lieu of their April 4th gathering. Regular Ham Club meetings and VE sessions have also been canceled as well. But, not to be deterred, Mid-State Amateur Radio Club officers in Johnson County decided to have an on-the-air club meeting last weekend and to social distance via ham radio using their club repeater. The Mid-State ARC normally meets the third Saturday of each month. Due to the pandemic restrictions, they were forced to cancel the March meeting and try a Bring Your Own Donuts and Coffee Saturday morning club net. For now, Hamfests scheduled into early May have been canceled across the region. Many organizers are hoping the pandemic will pass so amateur radio operators can reduce the social distancing and again come together by this June to once again enjoy crowded Hamfests. For Amateur Radio Newsline, this is Jack Parker, W8ISH.
The Victor Papa 2 Victor Bravo D-Expedition is over, but its legacy continues.
The spotting networks and the bands themselves were busy for the 6 days through to March 16th during a special memorial D-Expedition held in memory of British sailor and adventurer Danny Weil, Victor Papa 2 Victor Bravo. The activation from the British Virgin Islands carried Danny's call sign and traced his original route aboard his series of sailing vessels carrying the well-known Yasmi name. His activities on the air and on the water eventually provided the impetus to create the non-profit Yasmi Foundation, which provides financial support to educational and scientific ventures related to amateur radio. This month's activation on Anegada Island marked the return of his call sign to the air for the first time in more than 60 years. As noted on the D-Expeditions page on QRZ.com, Danny was a true adventurer, and the spirit continues. For Amateur Radio Newsline, I'm Jason Daniels, VK2LAW.
And a reminder that the nominating period for the 2020 Bill Pasternak WA6ITF Newsline Young Ham of the Year Award is now open. You'll find the form on our website, arnewsline.org, under the Awards tab. The award will be presented Saturday, August 22nd at the Huntsville Hamfest in Alabama. And that's all from the Amateur Radio Newsline, your independent source for amateur radio news for 4 decades and counting at arnewsline.org. With Paul Brown, WD9GCO, Jack Parker, W8ISH, Jason Daniels, VK2LAW, Karen Eve Murray, KD2GUT at the news desk in New York, and our news team across the globe. I'm Don Wellbanks, AE5DW. 7-3. We'll see you next time here on Ham Nation.